Hi, I'm Al Mozol. I've been teaching in LaSalle for the past 9 years, and I always take pride in being not only as a Lasallian classroom teacher, but also as a Lasallian formator.
Okay, we'll start off na lang po muna with a question. What do you do for a living po?
I teach in the classroom, and I'm very much involved also in our Lasallian Formation activities and programs like Lasallian Recollections and Retreats, both for the undergrad and the grad school, as well as the College of Law. And from time to time, I get to facilitate also formation programs for our CAP, members of the CAP community, and faculty also. So practically, my life revolves around DLSU.
Okay. What inspired you to take this path?
I don't know, I came back to LaSalle by way of the campus ministry as the coordinator for the grad school and the College of Law. So we pioneered the program for the College of Law, and then after 1 year I thought that perhaps I should be moving somewhere else. And then someone just approached me if I could teach at the Theology and Religious Education department. And right there and then, right at that very moment when he tapped my shoulder asking me if I could teach, so I said yes. And that was it. That was 8 years ago, or 9 years ago, I guess.
Oh, tagal na po na.
Yeah.
What are some of your most memorable moments of service?
Oh, I think LaSalle is fun. Just being with my fellow Lasallians, co-journeyer, as a co-journeyer in terms of their faith journey, I think that's a lot of consolations alone, just to be able to talk about faith, to reflect about faith, to discuss about faith, both in the classroom setting as well as outside of the classroom setting. For me, that's the most consoling and fulfilling part, because I know for a fact that the field of theology or religious studies is quite on the margins already, but personally I'm willing to stand for it because I'm quite convinced of its own purpose, of its own meaning, its own power to empower others also. So I'm not expecting everyone to be religious. I don't expect every faculty to be religious, but on a personal level, I'm quite convinced that religious faith still has a role towards a more holistic Lasallian education.
Were there any hardships you encountered along the way?
Of course. It's always part and parcel of any professional work, or much more in any ministry, because I take teaching, theology and religious studies, not so much as a work, but as a ministry. So there is that sense of vocation as well, that I'm called to teach theology. But from time to time, I encounter resistance on the part of students. It seems like more and more students are becoming less interested with religion and theology. And I think it's part of this global trend about secularism and secularization of everything, including religion. So it's quite a challenge to somehow promote or advocate on behalf of theology of religious education when people would rather think of themselves as more spiritual than religious, which is becoming the global trend for our time.
In your own opinion, what does zeal of service mean, and how do you apply it to your personal life?
Zeal for service for me is simply finding and embracing my identity as a Lasallian. So the moment I embrace my identity, it means just opening my senses to where I am moving, I am working, people I encounter with, space I inhabit, which is the very campus. So it's just being alive where I am, and then do the best I can. Excel in any way, whether it's in writing or in teaching or in counseling or facilitating recollection and retreats. Zeal for service for me is just embracing that Lasallianness in me, with a sense of excellence, being mindful that I can serve even in the littlest way I can as I inhabit a Lasallian space, as I embrace my Lasallian identity.